That's my son, John Denver. Boy, he sure loves the mountains. I think we spent more money on thermal underwear than we did for his entire education.
Hi, this is Johnny Carson. I got John Denver out of the mountains to be a guest on the Tonight Show. Well, actually what happened was our staff nabbed him when he came out to get a new supply guitar pick.
Hi, this is Bob. I got John Denver out of the mountains. Hope. Yeah, I got the kid to come to Hollywood and be on my show.
This is Dennis Weaver. You know, I got John Denver to come out of the mountains and be a guest star on McCloud. And I can truthfully say that there's no finer actor on skis anyway.
And now, ABC Television is proud to announce we got John Denver out of the mountains again to appear on his very own television special.
Far Out.
The John Denver Show. With John's guest, David Carradine. Lily Tomlin. And James Whitmore as Will Rogers. Not to mention Bill and Taffy, Liberty, and a few surprises.
Thank you very much. Once again, good evening. Welcome to our little television show here tonight. Beautiful ABC Studios, Prospect and Talmadge, Hollywood, California. Man, I can't believe it. My own television show, you know. I mean, they were going to have my name up in lights. John Denver Dutchendorf. Well, see, yeah, that's my full name, see, and I figure, you know, this is television. The whole family's going to be watching. Mom and Dad, all the relatives and all their friends, and they got to know it's me. But as for the name and lights thing, you know, I really didn't think that was fair, what with the energy crisis and everything, because, gee, the electricity light Dutchendorf alone would heat a family of 6 for a year. So we're not going to have any bright flashing lights, no loud bands, no dancing girls, maybe a couple of dancing girls. But anyway, it's no big deal. We're very excited, and I think we've got a great show for you tonight. In fact, I think we got some things that you're not even going to believe. I don't know if this is the right place to do this or not in the show. In fact, I'm not real sure this has ever been done on television before, but I want to dedicate this show to Sandy Barnes. You see, Sandy was a girl that I knew in high school, and she stuck by me at a really critical period in my life, late puberty. Well, see, the thing is, when I was back in high school, I was pretty shy. I mean, you probably don't believe that now, but I was really very shy. And see, I had gone with Sandy for about 6 months, and I still hadn't kissed her. And the thing is, Sandy was 4 months older than I was, and she had the one thing in the world that I wanted more than anything: a driver's license. Well, that's true, man. Do you know that the mating ritual of the American high school kid in those days was based entirely on the guy driving the car? There is no cool way to kiss a girl in a car when she's driving. Well, I mean, how can you be cool when she picks you up at your house and your folks say, have him in by 11? So I'd given up trying to be cool, see, and I figured what I was going to do is just be a man and kiss her, and I had it all worked out. I had such a great plan. One night when she took me home, I was going to get out of the car, slam the door, walk around to her side, get her to roll her window down, lean in, kiss her firmly but gently on the lips, and vanish into the night. We got home. She stopped the car. I got out, didn't even look at her. Walked around the back of the car, gave me a chance to pop a couple of certs. Cruised up to her window, went like this. She rolled the window down. The moment of truth had arrived. Her lips were quivering. I leaned in to kiss her, and I hit my head on the top of the door. When I came to, her lips were still quivering. My glasses were in her lap, along with one of the certs. She handed me my glasses, and I vanished into the night. So I never did kiss her until a couple of months later, close to graduation time. In fact, it was the day that our yearbooks came out in high school, and I decided to have a yearbook signing party. And my folks got real excited about it because it was the first time I'd ever had a party over at our house, and I was going to invite about 50 people, and Mom and Dad really got into it, man. I mean, she had the place looking spick and span. She made about 8 different kinds of chip dip. There were Cokes and 7-Ups. She bought about 200 coasters, said, "Use me," on them. As party time approached, I'd already passed out about 4 times blowing up balloons. Put my guitar over against the fireplace, just in case anybody should ask, you know. Got up to check, make sure the doorbell was working. Mom and Dad disappeared with my little brother, and I had the house to myself. I opened up a Coke, sat down, and wanted to be cool when everybody arrived. About my 12th Coke, I got up to see if the doorbell was still working. Pretty soon people started coming. Around 10 o'clock, I think it was, I had a crowd of 5. There were 3 guys, Sandy Barnes, and me. Well, there wasn't a lot to do with just the 5 of us. We signed each other's yearbook. Everybody took turns dancing with Sandy. She was getting kind of tired, you know. Pretty soon my mom and dad came home. With my little brother, they signed everybody's yearbook. Dad danced with Sandy. About that time, we got a call from a fellow named Stormy Taylor, who lived up the street from me, and he had the same ideas I'd had about having a yearbook signing party. Only difference was he had some guests, about 250 of them. And I mean, he wasn't even calling me. He wanted to speak to Gary, one of the guys that was there, and said, "Sure, man, bring everybody, come on up to our party. If you got any extra chip dip or Cokes, bring those along, too." Gary went. The other 2 guys went. Mom and Dad, my little brother, they went. No, they didn't. They stayed. Sandy stayed with me. And even though she was awfully tired, that night she danced with me, and for the first time I kissed her. "Sandy, this show is for you." Sang her song all night long. find Jesus on your own. Well, I was young and hungry, about to leave that place. But just as I was going, she looked me in the face. I said, you must know the answer. She said, no, but give it a try. To this day, we've been living our way. Here is the reason why. We blew up TV, threw away the paper, moved to the country, built up the home, had a lot of children, made them on teachers, they all found Jesus on their own. This is Shoshone, and she's a golden eagle, about 7 years old, and I think she's beautiful. You like that, don't you? Come on, show them your wings. Come on. Beautiful. Off you go. All right. The eagle has been a symbol of every civilization in the history of man, and when you get close to a bird like this, it's very easy to understand why. They have what's called a nictating membrane, which is like a second eyelid, and you have the feeling that she blinks once and she's got you totally figured out. And she goes on to what's important. I'd like to do a song that I wrote with a friend of mine, Mike Taylor, for a television show called The Eagle and the Hawk. And this is for you, Shoshone.
I make people all over the world famous. Other people, not me. That's why we fairies dress this way. We don't like to call attention to ourselves. Why, we're all the same. It runs in the family. We could take a completely unknown person overnight and make them famous. Dinah Shore, for instance. Why, she's just another singer. She comes out, sings her song, goes... Nothing. I say to her, I say, what's this, Dinah? 6 inches down, a little mwah, overnight sensation. Walt Disney comes to me. Walt Disney says, Fame Fairy, I've got a dream. An amusement park. People from all over will come and enjoy themselves. I said, oh, boy, what a good idea. You've got your popcorn, you've got your rides, you've got your parking lot, you've got your little animals, your little birds singing. Don't call it Waltland. I get such joy. Just nothing but sheer joy out of my work. That's why I'm here. I dropped by tonight to see how little Johnny Denver was doing. In my line of work, you're not supposed to show favoritism. But once in a while, one little perky person just finds his way into the soft spot in your heart. You mothers know what I mean. The runt of the litter. Let me tell you how I got John Denver started.
Hey, Dad! Dad! Dad, I had that dream again.
Well, if it was the same dream I was having, congratulations, you little rascal.
Well, no, Dad, it was the dream about me being a star.
No, son. You got to face up to a few things. There are many, many things that you are not. You ain't. And star is right at the top of the list. Right next to smart and cute. Son, it takes many, many things to be a star. Many, many things. And I know, because I got them all. First of all, I hate to say it, but you got to have good hair. I'm not saying your hair isn't good. You got good hair, but it just looks stupid. Audience won't put up with it. You got to have hair like mine. Flat, smooth. I'm telling you could play a game of billiards on that sucker. See, you just don't have star hair. And even if you did have star hair, you ain't ready. You just ain't ready. Now, me, I've been ready. I've been ready for 30 years. 30 years. I've been laying back in the weeds. I even got my hit song already. As a matter of fact, if you were real nice to me tonight, I might sing you to sleep with it.
Yeah, Dad, and if I'm real lucky, I'll get back to sleep before you start.
Now, see, there's another thing. That's another reason you're never going to be a star. You're never going to be a success. You know why? Because you have a poor attitude. You have a poor attitude. Anyone with star quality would listen while his daddy sings. But you know what you're doing? You're making mock. And if there's anything that'll break a daddy's heart, it's knowing that he has raised a mock maker.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'll listen to your song.
Oh, well, good. And I think you're going to be glad you did. I mean, you listen close, because this will just tear your heart out. Throw your wig upon the pillar. Toss your padded bra across the room and then put your dentures in a glass with mine. Unscrew your leg just one more time. And let's pick up the pieces once again. Are you sleeping, son?
No. No, Dad, I was just thinking, when you sing, your voice is just about as flat as your hair.
I sure went and raised me a mock maker.
Good night, Dad.
Oh, shut up.
Who are you?
I'm the Fame Fairy. I'm here to make John a household word.
John is already a household word. Thank you.
No, I'm here to make you famous.
Me? Famous? Well, gee, thank you. I think you probably got the wrong guy. You're looking for my dad. He's been waiting for about 30 years.
Wait a minute. A little fella, flat hair?
Yeah, that's
No,
it.
we passed on him. No, you're the one, Jimmy.
It's John.
John.
Well, gee, I don't think I have what...
Wait a minute. Are you kidding? With that cute little face, that little gossamer hair, those little perky glasses, that overall mediocrity, why you're just going to climb right to the top.
Climbing? Hey,
Yeah.
now you're talking mountain air, the trees, wild animals. Can I be kind of outdoorsy famous?
Outdoor. No, that's taken. A fellow named Ewell. Ewell something or other. You know the guy. He wears a plaid shirt, eats tree stumps. No, for you, John, I've got a dancer in mind. We need a great new dancer in this life. Remember putting on the top hat? Thin guy did the Continental with Ginger Rogers.
Fred Astaire?
That's it.
No, that's not my cup of tea.
Are you kidding? Fame is my game. Maybe they gave me the wrong address.
You know, Fame Fairy, I've done some singing with my dad.
Singing. Okay. Oh, all right with the singing. But for your own protection, I'm going to put you with the group. Come on, Wand. Baby needs a new pair of shoes. So long. I got my reputation to protect.
I'm sorry, Cindy.
This is where I vanish. Did I vanish? I didn't vanish. I'm out of juice.
Hey, maybe I can still be famous.
I'm out of juice. That's all it is. A couple of new batteries. I'll be back. Don't give up hope. Is there a Christie in the neighborhood?
Right down the block. Bye.
Well,
fame theory, that old magic wand finally worked.
Can I have your autograph?
Sure.
Yes, you know, little Johnny, you're on your way upward now, up the ladder of success. But remember what the old fame theory tells you. The stairway to stardom is steep. Just when you think you're at the very tip top, be careful that a swell guy like you doesn't step on that old roller skate called smartass.
The second half of the John Denver Show will continue following station identification.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Carradine.
I used to rub my daddy's pockets when his pants were hanging in the closet. I used to rob my daddy's pockets for nickels and dimes. If you ask me where I've been, I'll tell you I've been the block-ass back more than a couple of times. There's nothing that I've got that I'm afraid to lose. I got no right to sing the blues. I got no right to sing the blues. I used to hang around a drugstore reading comics by the score. I used to hang around a drugstore just like a cowboy. Don't ask me where I'm going. I'll have to tell you when I'm gone. I'm 3 white and 21, and I've got 3 pairs of shoes. I got no right to sing the blues. I got no right. You know I ain't got no right. I got no right. I got no right to sing the blues. Saturdays, holidays, easy afternoons, summer days, lazy days, nothing much to do. Rainy days, better days for hanging out inside. Rainy days and city ways make me wanna hide someplace cool and green and shady.
is the John Denver official porch. You see, one of the things that I like to do up in Aspen in the evening after dinner is Ann and I like to go out and sit on the porch, watch the sun go down. Sometimes we have some friends up, drink a little Colorado Kool-Aid, look at the stars, watch the world go by. And tonight I'm going to get a chance to sit and talk with a man who brought a smile to the face of America, and that's Will Rogers. And I get to do that because of James Whitmore. Now, I'm sure all of you folks are familiar with Mr. Whitmore from the times that you've seen him on television or in the movies, but I don't know if all of you have seen the stage show that he does where, for 2 hours, he is Will Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. James Whitmore.
Obliged, much obliged, John. I just wanted to see you and chat with you. You know, John, how's the old country doing now? You know, I ain't been around since 1935.
Well, Will, I think when you get right down to it, things are pretty much the same.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, you know, it could be worse. We have a gasoline shortage now, an energy crisis, and it really couldn't have come at a worse time. You know, I think that scientists had almost figured out a way for us to avoid walking to our cars.
Of course, I was telling folks in them days, I said, now look, folks, what are we going to do with all them filling stations when they become obsolete?
Far out.
I really did. And, of course, I had a little start on the problem. I seen a filling station down in Texas many years ago that had already been converted into a chili parlor. But, of course, that wasn't a real conversion because you could still get gas there, see? No, listen, that's hitting below the belt. There's no question about it.
Well, you know what I can't figure out is if there's no gas, how come traffic is so bad?
Traffic, my golly, traffic. How can they call it traffic when it ceases to move? I don't understand. I had a solution for the traffic problem back when I was around. I said that no car should be allowed on the road until it was paid for. Well, if they listened to me, we'd have turned the boulevards into playgrounds overnight.
You know, Will, we got a thing called women's liberation now. The women are really pretty much on the march.
Well, they was shuffling around a little bit when I was here, too, you know.
Well, they've really done some great things, I think, today. Yeah, I'm very proud of them. They've also done a couple of things that I'm not sure I understand.
Well, join the club. Oh, John, listen, I always said that the two most sought after and least understood things on this earth was women and money.
Yeah?
Absolutely. There's only one thing I ever thought I really understood about the gals, and that was that they was not the frail little flowers that they're advertised to be. Boy, listen, I never thought there was a thing a guy would get into that a gal wouldn't get into and do just as good a job as the guy would.
Yeah?
Maybe even better, honestly. But I'm very partial to the ladies. I issued from a woman. Did you know that?
Is that right? I did myself.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, for heaven's sake.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's the only way I know of.
John, tell me, come on now, what's going on in the country?
Well, we just concluded a war in Far East Asia.
In Far East Asia?
Yep.
My goodness, when you got to go 7,000 miles to find a war, you really got to be looking. But listen, I don't really know nothing except what I read in the newspapers.
Well, you know, Will, aside from the newspapers these days, we've got television to give us bad news.
I know. Yeah. Listen, there were intimations of that when I was around. How'd that thing ever turn out?
Well, I think for a while they considered it kind of a vast wasteland, but it's been improving. Now it's only half vast.
Listen here. Oh, you know, that you was just lying in wait for me because I pulled that gas thing on you, wasn't you? Well, of course, that sounds like the Congress in my day. Tell me something, John. Has anybody ever done any intelligence tests on politicians, you know, comparing them to the higher animals like horses and like that?
Well, I don't know, Will, you know, but I think, honestly, that a lot of politicians are good, honest, hard-working men, intelligent. It's the other 98% that give them a bad name.
Yeah, boy, it's too bad the good apple don't infect the rest of the barrel, ain't it? But they're funny guys, John, I swear to goodness. You know, we got a great country here, John.
Yes, sir.
A great country, but it's a great country in spite of our government.
Mm-hmm.
because of it, see? Every one of them guys and gals down there in Washington is no better, no worse than the folks that voted them in there, and they're a lot better than the folks that didn't vote at all.
Beautiful.
Well, you're only on this earth a very short time, you know. And, I don't give advice, but if I did, I would say just relax.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Have a few laughs. And don't take things too serious, especially yourself.
I can dig that.
Just live your life so you wouldn't be ashamed to sell the family parrot to the town gossip. That's all. You know, John, honestly, I'll bet you really that I, in my lifetime, kidded about everything on this earth. But I always felt if there was no malice in your heart, there could be none in your gags. Now, really, you know, I reckon I joked about every prominent man of my time, but I never met a man I didn't like. Nice check.
Hi, I am not a professional spokesperson. I am an average citizen like yourself. And I would like to reply to an editorial on this station a few weeks ago when the man said there was far too much violence and you-know-what on television. Well, there may be enough violence, all right, to serve the most savage of tastes. But as far as I am concerned, there is nowhere near enough you-know-what. On crime shows, cops and crooks give us a true-to-life portrayal of vicious beating and killing. When are they going to give us a true-to-life portrayal of you-know-what? On medical shows, a young doctor and an old doctor spend a whole hour trying to cure some dread disease, when anyone can see all the patient is suffering from is a lack of you-know-what. On game shows, people get money for putting on funny costumes and acting generally on the dumb side. I personally feel that Let's Make a Deal would be vastly improved if behind curtain number 1 they would show us a little you-know-what. Even the news suffers. The only one that seems to have sufficient you-know-what is Walter Cronkite. So I say let's have some you-know-what on television. I see my time is up. Before I go, I think I should explain what I mean by you-know-what. I am talking about intelligence. Thank you.
These are my good friends, Bill and Taffy Danoff. I know what you folks are thinking. You're thinking, sure, he can sing songs, play guitar, can almost dance, tells bad jokes. Big deal. The question is, can he juggle? You know, I love the mountains, and I love to look at the stars. I love to laugh, and I love to be with my friends. More than anything in the world, I love singing for you people. And I thank you very much for listening. Good night.